What's going on, Comedy Calendar family? It's Art Roche here, your lovable and huggable host. I'm going to be doing this trip by myself today, so I'll be free soloing El Capitan. But before we start, guys, September 9th, 2024 is when we started this podcast. That's 43 episodes ago. And completely unrelated, George Bush was our 43rd president. Also involved in a conspiracy around September. But we'll get right into it. Guys, last week we had Pedro Gonzalez. We shouted him out here on the show. But last week we had him headlining at the Miami Improv, and then the next day at the Fort Lauderdale Improv. He did an amazing job. I got to meet him. I got to talk to him. It was cool. It was really, really cool. He's a really, really good guy. His manager, Bruno, also is someone who's very, very cool and active in the scene, and I got to hang out with last week. And we had the opportunity to have Dark Vision there with us, with him, and he was able to get some behind the scenes, and he was able to get a little recap for us. So, Ray, if you don't mind, can you play Pedro's clip?
Hey, this is Pedro Gonzalez. Huge shout out to the Comedy Calendar podcast. Thank you for having me. You guys are doing a great job, and I can't wait to come back.
First of all, who is blowing their wife's vagina? Like it's a harmonica. You're not supposed to play the blues on your wife's vagina. And they should be like, Daddy, I'm 10 years old. You've never looked me in the eye. What's the problem? What's the problem if you have a dick-shaped hole in the middle of your head?
What happened next was a weird thing. I started vibing with Antonio a little bit. We started having a conversation. Me and him were having the best time. I'm so glad she brought me out tonight. This is awesome. And she was giving me dirty looks, guys. My wife was pissed because Antonio picked me.
I don't have to go to church on Sunday. Tell me what the fuck I did. It's so toxic. My name is Dee. She's telling the producer what she wants in her man. And she's sitting there and she's like, I just want him to be independent. Maybe have the ability to drive.
Shout out Pedro Gonzalez, Dom P, Dina Cruz, Dark Vision for being there and capturing all of this, and the Miami and Fort Lauderdale Improvs, man. Just putting together an amazing show. Last week was really, really good week in comedy. I also will be remiss if I didn't mention that last week, our other segment, South Florida's Comedy Insiders, was able to interview Kyle Grooms. Nice, full length, about an hour-long interview I did with him at the Miami Improv. You guys might have seen some clips come out. He'll have a show on July 9th at the Fort Lauderdale Improv. More information to come on that for sure. Well, you're going to see the clips every day that we're producing. But we had a really good interview with him. And one of the things that we discussed was South Florida comedy going back to the late 80s and early 90s and even into the 2000s. And so this is kind of my request to anybody that's in the South Florida comedy family. If you have any pictures or videos from any comedians back in the days in South Florida, no matter what the fidelity is, no matter what the source is, please send them over to me at the Comedy Calendar page. I'm going to be compiling some of it. I'm going to be trying to reach out and interview some of the OGs and some of the founding fathers of South Florida comedy. And I'd like to be able to do as much research as possible. Obviously, the Miami Herald does not have a lot of information on this. So any of the sources, guys, send them my way. I'll do the legwork. But look out for that. There's going to be a lot of clips from Kyle Grooms. And again, his show next week is going to be July 9th, 7:30 p.m., Fort Lauderdale Improv. He has Q Brooks featuring with him, and Jay Moreno, who you guys all know in the Comedy Calendar family, will be featuring as well. So really excited for that show coming up next week. All right. Now, starting off this week, we have a bunch of really, really good shows as well. We talked a little bit about this last week as a preview, but this week, June 30th, at Miami Beach, 8 p.m., we have the very last season closer of Bay Club in Miami Beach. It's also going to be our friend Will's Lopez's birthday. So whether you love Bay Club, whether you love comedy, whether you love Will, come out. You have no excuse to miss this. It's going to be an amazing celebration. They have Lucali's Pizza. They have subs. They have... the food is amazing. You can't miss it. Every week that we talk about Bay Club, we talk about their food. It's unmissable. This show specifically is going to be unlike any other. First things first, you got the Comedy Calendar boys, Art Roche, myself, and Sebastian Alvarez will be there. We have Ellie Rodriguez hosting, which is already worth enough. Liz Rubin will be there as well. And the big headliner is going to be Mark Vieira, who is one of South Florida's hardest working comedians. I mean, this is one of those guys that is out there headlining, touring the world, and honestly, probably one of the busiest guys that comes back and does the improvs, does all like rooms like the Bay Club. So it's someone that in South Florida comedy you're not going to be able to miss, and if once you see him, you'll be a fan. So again, Mark Vieira headlining, and of course, can't miss. Will Lopez will be there. Dr. Alex Maurizio will be there, and Bruno, his dog, who we all love. So that's Monday, June 30th at Miami Beach. It's going to be a good time. Moving on to Tuesday, we have talked about this in the past. Right next to the Miami Improv in Doral, we have a bar called the Copper Blues. It's one of my favorite bars down here in South Florida. And for the last couple of Tuesdays, they've been doing a karaoke event called Live with the Band, where you get on stage, you perform karaoke, and it's live with a rock band. So you get the full emotion of performance, you get the full range of the experience as a performer. And I've been going every week, and I've been competing. I haven't won any of the weeks because there's some karaoke ringers out here in South Florida that are just absolute beasts. They have come in and taken away every week. But this week will be the final cash prize, and it's going to be for $500. I even heard that Only in Date, I think, is going to be there today. And they always like to throw a little extra cash on these cash prizes. So if you're available tonight, man, Tuesday, July 1st, Copper Blues, 8 p.m., it's going to be the final night of Live with the Band karaoke. I'm going to be there performing. It's going to be a really, really good time. And again, $500 cash. What's the risk? What can go wrong? Let's say it's going to be a really good time. Moving on now, we have Wednesday, July 2nd at the Miami Improv, 8 p.m. We're going to have the next round of New Faces of Comedy, which is the open mic that we do there at the Miami Improv. It is, obviously I'm very biased, but it's one of the best shows at the Miami Improv every month. You get all the energy of a ton of new comedians coming in. You have all of the energy of their friends and family coming out to support. And it's one of the few chances that us as kind of local comedians really get a chance to perform at the Improv with a huge crowd. So, hold on a second. I have the showrunner, Ellie Rodriguez. She's coming in. Oh, Ellie, are you there? Ellie?
Hey, Art, thanks. Yeah. Listen, just a couple quick announcements. As you all know, this Wednesday at the Miami Improv, we have the New Faces of Comedy open mic. So make sure you're signed up for that if you haven't already. You have to bring your 10 people. That's not new, but something that is new that we're going to be trying out is the best performer of the night will be selected to host next month's open mic. And we will be doing that for the next couple months, trying that out. So bring your best, tell your friends to come out and support you. Now, I can't be in two places at once, contrary to popular belief, although no one has ever seen me and J-Lo in the same room at the same time. So I will not be at the Date Queen this week, but that does not mean the shows are happening. We still have our open mic. It's the first Wednesday of every month, and my homegirl, Connie Fernandez, will be running the show. The sign-up list is already full, so if you did not sign up for that, but you can always try again next month, all right? The sign-up sheet drops on my stories a couple days before, usually the Saturday or Sunday before, so keep an eye out for that. Sign up, get on the list, come through. It's a great show. Back to you, Art. Gotta get back to business here. Okay.
So much, Ellie. Thank you. Stand by. I'm going to need you again in a second, and I hope you flushed. I think I heard a flush. All right, we'll get Ellie back here in a second, guys. Thank you so much, Ellie, for that. It's gonna be a good show, guys. This Thursday, July 3rd, Coconut Grove, 8 p.m. As we have every single week, Coconut Grove Comedy. Our boy Mike Dabba is gonna be hosting an amazing show. All the top comedians are gonna be out there. The open mic will be afterwards. Our boy Chris Morrison's been hosting the open mic, so shout out Chris Morrison. That's one of the most lovable comedians down here in South Florida. Guys, if you're a comedian and you haven't been to Taurus lately, come by, check it out. It's they have the sign up list back. Chris is running the sign up list, so they have that list back on the table. You're able to get there early and sign up. It's a really good time. It's a who's who's of South Florida comedy. Now, if you're a patron of comedy and you haven't made it out to Taurus, it's the longest running room that has an open mic in South Florida. So it's just history upon history upon history, and you'll literally get to meet all the comedians here in South Florida. You get to see them hanging out. You get to see them talking, and you can really give your opinion on. There's nothing comedians like more than when the audience comes up to them and tells them about their jokes and what's wrong with their jokes. So do that. Come to Taurus and tell the comedians what's wrong with their jokes. They're gonna love it, right? Right, Dan?
I've never done that.
All right.
I've never done that.
So this Friday, guys, Friday, July 4th is a very special birthday. It's going to be the birthday of our country, America. Let's clap it. One time, clap it up for America, guys. America. Happy birthday, America. You never do anything wrong. Everything you touch turns to gold. Your history is nothing but perfection. And clearly we have a mandate from heaven that guides us and allows us as a country to be the greatest nation in the world. There's no flaws. There's nothing. There's not even a small thing I could point out. Happy birthday, America. We love you. I am very proud to be an American because I can make these jokes and I can say this without fear of repercussions. So, you guys like America? Ray, Dan, you guys, everybody's nodding. We all love America. Happy birthday, America.
I was clapping my cheeks.
Oh my goodness. This is what's fun about doing this podcast. You guys, I'm here in front of the camera. There's a bunch of people back there. They're all laughing and giggling at me, not with me, but at me. And it boosts me up. It lets me know that I'm doing a great job. If they can laugh, then somebody's going to laugh. All right. So the big headliner of the weekend, the person that I'm most looking forward to meeting this weekend, Thursday to Sunday. There's no show on Friday because the Miami Improv is going to be closed on Friday for July 4th. But from July 3rd, Thursday, all the way to Sunday, we have Gina Brillon. It's going to be 4 shows total. This comedian is one of the comedians that is absolutely blowing up. She is taking over the world with her comedy. The first time I actually saw her was on America's Got Talent. She was one of the finalists. She absolutely destroyed it. And since then, she's been, nonstop, basically. Like, number one, she is easily the probably the top Latin comedian that's touring right now. You can't see enough of her. You can't stop seeing her everywhere. She already has 3 specials out there. One with HBO, one that was produced by Gabriel Iglesias, and one on Amazon Prime already called The Floor is Lava. So, which actually won a Gracie Award. Look, Gina, I can't say enough good things about her. It's going to be a great show this weekend. But also, I just found out that we are going to be interviewing Gina tomorrow here on the podcast. So it's going to be a really great experience to dive deep and ask a lot of good questions about someone who's really trailblazing in ways that I think applies to South Florida comedy. It's someone who is, just go watch her content. Go see what she's doing, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. She's setting the world on fire. And the last thing I'll say about her, which I didn't know until I started doing the research right now, is she's actually an identical twin, which kind of explains the extra charm and energy that she has. So it's really, really cool. I cannot wait. Again, just as a reminder, Thursday to Sunday at the Miami Improv, 4 shows. Gina Brillon, headlining comedian, world touring comedian, easily one of the best comedians that you're going to be able to see here in South Florida for the next couple of weeks. So come out and definitely show some love. And we'll have her here tomorrow to interview. So that's going to be a good time. It's going to be awesome. And then looking ahead, so that's actually been the week in South Florida comedy. That's a nice little tight recap for our 43rd episode. Nice and short, just like George Bush, our 43rd president, right? And again, no conspiracies. We started this podcast September 9th, 2024, which is completely unrelated to anything else. But I do want to look ahead at one other show we have, which is going to be next week, Monday, July 7th. Remember, guys, every first Monday of the month, we do have 14 North Daiquiri Bar, 8 p.m. Our good friend Ellie Rodriguez. I'm going to go ahead and bring her in. Ellie, are you still there? Can you tell us a little bit about what the people are going to see at Daiquiri Bar? Ellie?
Hey, that's right. It's me again, Boutikas. This time with an announcement about next week's open mic at 14 North Dania. First Monday of every month. The standard sheet will drop later this week, all right? They will be capped, and I'm going to be doing something pretty cool starting in August, but make sure you come to this one next week. Tell your friends. We're going to have drink specials. We have $5 shots. We're going to have $15 tickets that get you a free 12-ounce daiquiri. So it's going to be great. Still a free show. But the VIP seats with the free daiquiris are even better. So make sure you sign up, tell your friends.
Thank you, Ellie. Thank you so much. And guys, if you ever need any correspondent to do remote location work, reach out to Ellie Rodriguez. Her prices are pretty steep. I mean, it's worth the money you're going to pay, but definitely reach out to her. There's nothing that Ellie Rodriguez can do. After all, this is Ellie Rodriguez's South Florida comedy calendar. We all work for Ellie. If you don't know who you work for, you're already working for Ellie Rodriguez. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to tell you. Guys, that's been what happened last week, what's happening this week, and looking ahead to what's happening next week. And before we head off, I want to talk about, I talked about it a little bit at the top, but I want to mention back at the bottom, our good friend Kyle Grooms, he's going to be having a show next week, July 9th, 7:30 at the Fort Lauderdale Improv. Q Brooks will be there featuring, Jay Moreno will be there featuring, and our friend Kyle Grooms will be headlining the night. It's one of South Florida's own coming back, bringing his talent right here to us. If you're looking for an opportunity to support South Florida comedy, there is no bigger opportunity, there is no bigger chance than coming out to that show July 9th. Before I head us off, I do want to say again, thank you. This is our 43rd episode. We are almost at a year, guys, and that's our goal. We want to hit that year and have a big celebration. Before I send us off, I do want to say thank you to Dan and Ray who are here behind the screen. You guys are day ones. Thank you guys so much. I mean, literally could not do this without Ray. Rachel, guys, she's the mastermind behind all of this. She's the one that makes this all possible, so I really can't thank her enough. And again, before I send us off, just as a reminder, we started this podcast September 9th, 2024. This is our 43rd episode. George W. Bush was our 43rd president. Completely unrelated facts. Guys, I'm Art Roche. This has been South Florida's Comedy Calendar. Thank you so much for joining us, and keep laughing.